watching CBS 8 Mornings at 6.
Thank you so much for starting your Thursday off with us. It's 6 a.m. now. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Irampour. And as we begin this hour, you might notice the change in the air.
Right.
Meteorologist Evan Irani keeping an eye on possible raindrops today.
Possible raindrops back in the forecast. Yesterday was a cloudy day for the most part. We did see some afternoon sun. It looks like today through Saturday, we've got scattered showers in the mix. All 3 days in total should only bring us about ½ an inch max. So we're not expecting it to culminate to much in terms of measurable rain, but you can see what the next 12 hours look like. Mainly dry between now and noon. We're not ruling out the shot at a few scattered showers between now and then, but that activity looking to pick up toward the afternoon and evening stretch. Coming up, we'll walk you through the rest of the week and the weekend as to whether or not you need to adjust some outdoor plans. Vanessa is checking in on how our roads look to start off the day. Good morning.
Good morning. 6:01 is the time on your Thursday. Let's go ahead and start things off with a live look outside. This is the 5 in both directions right at 6th Avenue. Let's go ahead and switch gears. This is the 8 in both directions right at College. Overall, we're looking at fairly quiet drives. It is still very early. We are just at 6:01, and it looks like we're at average speeds across the entire county. Look out for a crash 8 West right at the 15 connector. This may slow things down for you as you make your way in from the College area headed towards Mission Valley. Coming up a little later, we'll take a look at what your Thursday travel times have in store. Back to you guys.
New this morning, educators with the South Bay Union School District have voted to go on strike.
The union has been negotiating since May of 2024. CBS 8's Chris Groh live in Imperial Beach with what they're demanding. Good morning, Chris.
Yeah, good morning, guys. The two sides have been going at it for quite some time, but seemingly reaching a boiling point now with the teachers union voting in very large fashion here to go ahead and approve the possibility of using a strike here. Again, 98% support, about 97% of teachers in the union voting in total. Now, according to the two teachers union, the superintendent as well as the district have not been able to meet their demands. They are asking for raising the wages here to adjust for the higher cost of living in San Diego County. They're also demanding smaller special education class sizes and to help with critical special ed staffing. According to the district, though, they are facing a deficit of about $3.5 million and that these demands are unreasonable. Now, according to the teachers union, at today's district meeting, the superintendent will propose spending district dollars here to pay for strike breakers in the event that a strike is actually called. And according to the union, they will be coming to the meeting to call for the district to go ahead and settle a fair contract so that they do not do this, that they, again, are not going to pay for strike breakers. Now, as for what will actually happen here, that remains to be seen. 6 p.m. is the district meeting. We will, of course, will continue to follow anything that comes from that. Eric, Netta.
All right, Chris, thank you very much for those details. And now today marks 2 years since neighborhoods in southeast San Diego were hit with the devastating flooding.
And this morning, we are learning the city will receive more than $4 million in federal funding for stormwater projects. CBS 8's Jenny Day live in Southcrest to explain how these funds will be used here. Jenny?
Good morning to you both. With more rain on the way, this neighborhood remains on edge. Now that they have seen what it can do, the power of that rain, they really are not taking any chances. Sandbags line Beta Street here in Southcrest, again, as we prepare for another round of rain. I do think of this area often because I covered that flooding extensively. People were kind enough to invite me into their homes. We stood together in their living rooms, ankle deep in water and mud. 2 years out now, and some are still recovering. It was just so much rain at once, and we've since learned many of those storm drains were filled with debris. But today, on this anniversary, there is hope and help on the way to ensure that never happens again. $4.6 million in federal funding will be invested in stormwater infrastructure to improve drainage right here near Choyas Creek. So the 4 projects will include this Beta Street channel, then the Hamashot channel near Beacon Drive, and that'll focus more on restoring the habitats of our wetlands, and then also the Famosa Slough Alley in Loma Portal. Finally, Pump Station D, which serves Old Town, Mission Hills, and the Midway District. We spoke with one man who was forced to move out in 2024.
Flooded out. I had 4 feet of water in my house. My house is still not complete. They don't want to put money in this area. They only put money into the area when they have to.
Yeah, though skeptical, he is optimistic and admits the storm channel has been better maintained since 2024. It was Congressman Scott Peters and Juan Vargas who helped secure this funding. Mayor Todd Gloria thanked them, saying this money will be critical to protecting our neighborhoods and reducing the risk of flooding. So as for the timeline, we are still a ways out. We should be better prepared for future weather events by 2031. So right now we are still in the design portion phase, and then construction will begin in 2028. We're live this morning from Southcrest. Jenny Day, CBS 8.
Jenny, thank you. Today, 2 people accused of killing a couple in Grant Hill are expected to make their first court appearance. Police say Ruben Chavez and Evelyn Virgen were found shot on 27th Street after midnight on Monday. 3 children were found in a car nearby. Police arrested 25-year-old Princess Perez and her boyfriend, 21-year-old Rex Morales. Court records show Chavez and Perez previously had a relationship and were involved in a custody dispute over 2 other children. New this morning, there are growing calls against ICE as new policies raise civil liberty concerns. An internal memo obtained by the Associated Press says ICE does not need a judge-signed warrant to enter a private residence and conduct arrests. Instead, ICE says a warrant to arrest a person with a final order of removal is enough to enter homes. Democratic Senator Richard Blumenthal wants Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem to appear before Congress over this, claiming ICE is ignoring the Fourth Amendment.
Today, county leaders will announce a proposal to help with the South Bay sewage crisis. Supervisors Tara Lawson-Remer and Paloma Aguirre want to use $2.5 million to reduce toxic emissions. They also want to use $2.25 million for new studies to see how the crisis is impacting the health of South Bay residents. They will share more information this morning before bringing the proposal to the Board of Supervisors next week.
All right, Evan is tracking the rain that's headed our way here.
Yeah, scattered for now, and in fact, as of 6 a.m., really, really light. I mean, we've had a couple glimmers of green pop up over the last hour or so, mainly out toward the desert, some up toward about the San Clemente area. But aside from that, we have not measured more than 1/100th of an inch so far on our Thursday. This is what's building up, though, across the coast. You can see a pretty decent line of storms arriving. It does seem like some of this will kind of curve up and head toward the LA Orange County area, but a good portion of it toward the southern portion of the screen here could move in San Diego's direction. And right now it seems like it'll come closer to the evening stretch, maybe just the afternoon around noon, 1 p.m. So that's why right now we see that between now and about 8 p.m., our chance for rain only starts to climb. It's inherently very hard to pin down scattered showers because that's all it is in nature, is scattered. However, it does seem like we'll get a little bit of a lull and then pick up overnight to that more scattered range. We'll see that activity drop down again, and then what do you know, pick up again overnight from Friday into Saturday. So a lot of this could come in the overnight stretch, meaning you'll wake up in the early morning hours to some wet roads, maybe some scattered showers that are still occurring. Sunrise is at 6:49. Take a look. This is live outside from Lions Peak. It's west facing. It's beautiful. You can see how we do have some breaks in the clouds. Could allow for a gorgeous sunrise in about 30 minutes or so. And we also see those different layers of clouds, right? The low clouds, meaning there is still some fog to watch out for. 51 degrees right now as you step out the door in Escondido, 44 in Julian, 52 in Oceanside. These scattered showers will come about this evening. They'll persist through early Saturday and then taper off, leading us into a dry remainder of the weekend from Sunday all the way through about the middle of next week. Vanessa Paz is standing by, checking in on roads, but it seems like they are dry for now, right?
Yeah, dry and quiet. We're looking at the 15 in both directions right at Villa Rancho. That's at northbound drive. Top left of your screen is that drive as you head southbound, headed in from Escondido down to the 163. Here's what it looks like on the 5, so a little closer to the downtown metro area. This is right at Old Town Avenue as you make your way to and from Old Town, headed towards downtown. And we are still seeing some fog out there, but again, it looks like it's not really impacting visibility, which is good news this morning. On the 5 and the 805 coming in from the South Bay, no major issues nor delays. Average speeds about 40 to 65 miles per hour. 65 to 70 coming in from Santee as well as La Mesa, and out of the Oceanside and Escondido area, no major issues there. All right, let's go ahead and pull up travel times. This is what we love to see. Those drives all in the green. That's out of the South Bay. Meanwhile, this is out of the East County, headed westbound, 5 to 7 minutes for all of those freeways, the 94, the 8, as well as the 52. No major issues nor slowing coming in from the North County. All right, 6:10 is the time, and here is a look at your border wait times. Hopping across from San Ysidro's port of entry will take you about an hour and a half or so, and about an hour to get you inbound from Otay Mesa's port of entry at last check.